Hello everyone. Today we will talk about JavaScript variables. So this is the same example we are using in our series. So first question comes in our mind, what is JavaScript variables? So JavaScript variables are container for storing data values. I will show you an example. You just write var x and var y. I'm just removing all this from here and writing again var x, var y, var z equals to x plus y. So in this example, x, y, and z all are variables. In this, you can expect x stores the value. If you will write 5, 10, x stores the value 5, y stores the value 10, and z stores the value of x plus y. It is just like algebra. Suppose instead of x we are writing price 1 is 5 and price 2 is 10 and its total is price 1 plus price 2. So it's in programming just like in algebra we use variables like price 1 to hold values. In programming just like in algebra we use variables in expressions and total. Okay, JavaScript variables are container for storing data values. Basically, this is holding a value, and that holding a value is called a JavaScript variables. JavaScript identifiers. What is JavaScript identifiers? All JavaScript variables must be identified with a unique name. Suppose these unique names are called identifiers. Identifier can be a short name like X and Y, or more descriptive names: age, first name, last name, total, sum, first name, last name, total volumes, price, price 1, price 2, total. You can see already. The general rules for constructing names for a variable unique identifiers are: names can contains letter, digits, underscore, dollar signs, underscore, dollar sign. Okay. Names must begin with a letter. We can't write it like this. So name must be specified with a letter. Names can also begin with a dollar sign. You can write it like this or you can write it like this. But we will not use it in this tutorial because it's not a best practice. Best practice is this only. So names are case sensitive, means that small p and capital P are two different values. Reserved words like JavaScript keywords cannot be used as names. JavaScript identifiers are also case sensitive. What is assignment operators? In JavaScript, the equal sign is an assignment operator, not an equal to operator. This is not an equal to operator, this is an assignment operator. Basically, this is assigned to price 1 and price 2 value to a total values. This equal is assign a 10 value to price 2. This equal is assign a 5 value to price 1. This is different from algebra. The flowing does not make sense in algebra. In JavaScript, however, it is makes perfect sense. It assigns the value of x plus y to x plus 5 to x. Suppose if we will write it like this, price 1 plus price 2 is price 1 plus 5. Yeah, otherwise we will like is price 1 is, this is not in the sense of an algebra. It calculates the value of price 1 and puts it into the price 1. You can write it like this, x, or x. Okay, the value of x is incremented by the 5, but in algebra, it does not make a sensible meaning of this. But in JavaScript, we can use these things. It is basically, it will increase the value of 5, value of x in the 5 increment. The equal to operator is written like this in JavaScript. Equal to operator is written like this in JavaScript, like this, double equal. This is an assignment operator. This is an assignment operator and this is equal operator. JavaScript data types. JavaScript variables can hold numbers like 100 and text values like any name like John Doe. In programming, text values are called strings. JavaScript can handle many types of data, but for now, just think of a number and string, nothing else. Strings are written inside double quote or single quote like this. This is if you will write in a single quote and it will treat it as a string. Numbers are written without quotes. If you didn't write any quotes, then it is number. If you put a number in quotes, it will treat it as a string. Suppose I'm showing another example to you where I equals to 3.14 and we are writing alert is pi. Just save. And then I is 3.14. Okay. And if you will write it, if you want to print person name, you can write it like this, John Doe. And instead of pi, you will alert it as a person. It's John Doe. Okay, so basically this is the way you will create, you will assign a value is an integer and this is a way to assign a value of strings. How to declare variables basically, now we will see. Creating a variables in JavaScript is called declaring a variables. You declare a JavaScript value with the var keyword. Any variable you want to declare, that is var keyword is used. But it's also a case sensitive. You can't write it like this V capital. You always use V small. After the declaration, the variables has no value. Technically, it has the value of undefined. If you will write it like this, pi, and you are not assigning a value to pi, and you are printing this, then its value is undefined. Its value is nothing, but technically its value is undefined. To assign a value to a variable, if you want to assign a value to a variable, you have to use a equal operator. 3.14. Just save. Now its value is 3.14. To assign value to variables, you can also assign a value to a variable when you declare it. You can use it like this. It's a declaring value, and if you want to assign a value like this, pi equals to 3.14. Just save and then refresh. Okay. You have many ways to assign a value. This is like first you're declaring a variable, then you will assign a value to that. And if you want in the same line, or you when you are declaring a value and at the same time you are assigning a value to that variable, both are same. Note, it's a good programming practice to declare all variables at the beginning of a script. Always use, always, that's the best practice. Like if you do a big project and you have like many variables like 500, 10, 10, 20, 30, 50, 50 variables, 60 variables you have to use at the starting of your code. So one statement, many variables. You can declare many variables in a one statement. Start the statement with var and separate it by the variables with comma. So if you want many variables in a single line, you can use it like this. Okay. If you want to use another variable, x equals to 10, y equals to 5. Any variable, you can use it like this in a single line. A declaration can span multiple lines. You can use it, you can do it like this also. Okay. Value equals to undefined. You see, when you are declaring a variable and not assigning a value to that, then it is coming to undefined. So value is equals to undefined. What does that mean? In computer programming, variables are often declared without a value. The value can be something that has a calculate that has to be calculated, or sometimes that will be provided later, like user inputs. A variable declared without a variables will have a value undefined. The variable pi will have the value undefined after the execution of this statement. Okay. Redeclaring JavaScript variables. We can redeclare JavaScript variables. If you redeclare a JavaScript variables, it will not lose its value. Suppose we are using person name as this, and we are adding var person, and if you will print this, then it's again person value will show. So it's not lose this value. So the variable person will still have the value chondoi after the execution of these two statements. You just remove this so you will better understand what I'm saying. Suppose you are declaring a variable person and assigning a value to that person, and again you are declaring the same variable, and now you are printing that variable. So it's no basically it's not lose that value. Okay. So JavaScript arithmetic. As with algebra, you can do arithmetic with JavaScript variables using operators like equal and plus. Suppose if you want to do it like this, where x equals to 5 plus 2 plus 3, 5 plus 2 plus anything. So, and you will print that x, so 5, 5, 10, 12 or 14, then answer is 14. So you you can basically add arithmetic operations, you can add it here. So you can also add strings, but strings will be concatenated. If you want to string like this, where x name, name is, you just write it nothing, and if you want concatenate with the space, and then you want it's also is Gupta, and if you will want to print, then you can see. So basically for strings you have to concatenate that values, but for the numbers you don't need to concatenate. You can try this also, where x equals to 5 plus 2 plus 3. So tell me, what's this output? You will add this 5, 7, and 10. You are supposed to output is 10, but output will be 5 and 5, 5 and 2 and 3. Why it is, when a string is coming, any string is coming in a variable, then the rest of the things is also considered as a string. So if you put a number in a quotes, the rest of the number will be treated as a string and concatenated. Now you can add it this. Now it's 7 and 3. So firstly, he will add that two values, and after that he concatenate that values. So in this, like suppose in your starting point, if you get the string, then the rest of the part is string. If you in the starting you get it the value of variables in number, then it will add till numbers, and if you get any string, then it will concatenate, and after that it is getting any numbers, then treat it as a string. Suppose it will get a 5 plus 6. So what will be the output of 5 plus 7? 3, 5, 6. 7, 3, 5, 6. So after that, all are the strings. If we will remove this, then that is all is number. So that's all for today. In the next video, we will talk about the JavaScript operators. And please do subscribe my channel. It motivates me to do more videos. Thank you. Have a good day.